The 80s were very interesting because it was about that light skin, dark skin thing.
It's not just one thing, but we want fairness.
The 8S were extremely fascinating on the grounds that it was about that light-skin brown complexion thing. It's one thing as well as we need decency, better medical services, better residuals. In a real sense, get one penny less residuals. The gossip factory in Hollywood is turning quicker than any time in recent memory, and it seems like Tyler Perry, the one who constructed a Hollywood realm without any preparation, is wavering on the edge of a slope, assuming that you thought the titles about his continuing. Us Fight with Lee were delicious. Clutch your caps, people. Since things are going to get genuinely chaotic, enter Tichina Arnold, a skilled entertainer who's been unobtrusively pushing for change in the business for quite a long time, yet presently she's going to drop a sensation that could break Tyler's painstakingly created picture into 1,000,000 pieces dag after part at age 13, back when it was simply APTRA and hang independently. So I've been in it. That long tin Arnold is no more unusual to Hollywood. Owed with famous jobs and exemplary programs like Martin, and everyone despises Chris, she's carved her name in the chronicles of diversion history, yet underneath her charming exhibitions lies a stewing discontent with the business, the state of affairs, particularly with regards to the therapy of dark entertainers, and this is all I've done for my entire life, so I regard it, I honor it, and I work for it. As of late, Tichina stood out as truly newsworthy by revealing insight into the dull underside of Hollywood, uncovering that she got compensated a simple 0 in residuals for her work that is correct under a solitary fragrance. A stunning disclosure sent shockwaves through the business. Yet it's a glimpse of something larger. Tish Arnold is a champion, and she hasn't arrived to mess around. She's requesting better health, fair residuals, and equivalent therapy for dark entertainers, realizing that I was missing out to specific positions in view of my coloring, and it was something that So you realize you just managed it, and when somebody as wild as T opens up to the world about these requests, you realize there's something truly bad in the province of Hollywood. Currently should discuss Tyler Perry. He's the one who leaving made his imprint by making notable characters like media, yet there's forever been a demeanor of contention encompassing him. His realm is based on drama and contort, yet imagine a scenario where those turns reach out into his genuine dealings. Tin Arnold as so Tyler Perry isn't a producer. He's a financial specialist with a realm to secure, and some accept he's not above taking advantage of the ability that assisted him with ascending to the top. T's allegations propose that Perry might be essential for a lot bigger issue, one that includes coming up short on and underestimating dark entertainers. The pressure between Tin Arnold and Tyler Perry couldn't come at a most awful time for the amusement magnate. While Perry has had his reasonable portion of disagreements in the business, none have been pretty much as hazardous as this possible confrontation with Arnold. Toten, with her long stretches of involvement and unflinching assurance, is ready to turn into the informant that Hollywood never saw coming in the event that she uncovers proof of Tyler Perry's supposed barbarities and insider facts. It could mean ruin for his profession. The man has a gigantic crowd, and he's Tyler's exceptionally brilliant. You understand what he's done. He began, with these plays, and we should not disregard the obvious issue at hand, Tyler Perry's well-established quarrel with Lee. These two titans of dark film have been in conflict for quite a long time, with Lee blaming Perry for accelerating cooner horseplay. In his work, a couple has separated crowds and started warmed banters inside the African-American population. Lee, the visionary chief behind films like Make the Best Decision and Malcolm X, has forever been a boss of provocative and socially cognizant file. His movies tackle America's vicious history and institutional bigotry head-on, making him a loved figure in the realm of dark craftsmanship. Yet, with regards to Tyler Perry, Spikey has never beaten around the bush. He's blamed Perry for propagating bigoted generalizations and reprimanded the symbolism in Perry's shows, yet I actually think there are a ton of stuff that is on today is co-weary horseplay. I just became weary of seeing these movies get. Lee accepts that Perry's work is dangerous and hindering the picture of individuals of color in Hollywood. Amidst the continuous discussions about Tyler Perry's work, especially his famous media establishment, Perry himself has had a lot to say regarding his creative decisions. This innovative force to be reckoned with has consistently stood solidly behind his kind of amusement, in spite of analysis from prominent figures like Lee. With regards to the repetitive studies of his Mia films, Perry stays fearless in a meeting. He recognized that he's heard everything prior to making sense of there's a sure piece of our general public, particularly individuals of color, in the way of life that they peer down on specific things inside the way of life. Perry enthusiastically guards his movies, expressing that they address individuals he grew up with and the narratives of daily existence that reverberate profoundly inside him. He immovably accepts that his movies honor the accounts of millions of individuals of color who have had comparative encounters. Perry stresses that his work is an approach to regarding the individuals who molded him into the individual he is today. He supports the possibility that these accounts should be advised, esteemed, and celebrated in light of Spike Lee's reactions. Perry has shown steady assurance insists in that he's remaining consistent with his creative vision. He's additionally unashamed in regards to blocking out Lee's remarks in any event, going to the extent that platitude "I will punch the damnation out of you" takes something. My solution to Lee: get lost, go anyway. Perry recognizes the significance of perceiving Lee's commitments to the business, naming one of his sound stages after the unbelievable chief. The quarrel between these two forces to be reckoned with of dark diversion has been a thrill ride of charges, contentions, and imaginative contrasts. While Lee later guaranteed that the quarrel had chilled off, he actually kept up with that. Tyler Perry is to a greater degree a finance manager rather than a craftsman, with the situation unfolding between Tichina Arnold and Tyler Perry, the phantom of his quarrel with Lee actually waiting. It's hard not to consider what mysteries Tyler Perry may be stowing away. Could Tichina Arnold's disclosures be the last nail in the casket of his distinguished lifetime? Now, as the spotlight remains solidly fixed on Tyler Perry, one more considerable voice from media outlets appears to be ready to join the ensemble of those focusing on the productive producer and business person move to one side. Tichina Arnold, since Monique, the Foundation grant-winning entertainer and humorist, is carrying her own long stewing quarrel with Perry and Oprah Winfrey to the front line again. I feel that when I previously needed to say, I must shout out and stand up in the event that you thought Tichina Arnold's disclosures were unstable. Support yourself for Moni's searing explanations. This fight has been blending for 10 years, and the fire gives no indication of subsiding at any point in the near future. Everything started when Perry and Winfrey filled in as leader makers of the autonomous film Valuable, in which Monique conveyed a stunning execution as valuable oppressive mother May. As per Monique, her agreement qualified her for $50,000 and 5% of the film. Inconvenience began when she decided to focus on her family over special obligations for the film, despite the fact that Oprah offered her a personal luxury plane to assist with the exposure crusade. Gracious no, whether you crusade, I'm let right now. I said, Tyre, I can't do a routine. I have no agreement. Monique guarantees that she was being approached to do things that she was not legally committed to do, and she felt unsupported by Oprah, who stayed quiet even with reports marking Meek as challenging to work with. And I satisfied my agreement. Now, if any other person believes that me should do anything more, there's a cost to that, since what we're not in is subjection yet. What truly caused a stir was Monica's disclosure that she recorded a telephone discussion with Tyler Perry during which he purportedly conceded "How I Treated You was off base." Make demand that Al Sharpton, Kevin Hart, and others heard the recorded tape, prompting conversations with Perry. She guarantees that Perry at first would have rather not return to the discussion, yet, in the end, proposed to meet with her on one condition: no spouse into Monique would likewise have to release an expression of remorse to both him and Oprah Winfrey for suggesting that they assumed any part in hurting her vocation. The intricacy of this fight is substantial, with layers of allegations, exchanges, and moving elements. Monique's assurance to talk her reality radiates through as she takes on